Did she have a precursor? She did. Indeed she did. In point of fact, there might have been no Lolita at all had I not loved. One summer, a sudden English girl child. Humber used his own definition called Lamphos that describes the young girls that he discusses. He is so specific about his discussions that he describes that the birth stage of birth development appears early 10.7 years and first appearance of pigmented hair is 11.2 years from page 20.
Humber lost the love of his life, Annabelle, to typhus when he was 13 years old. He said, "I also know the shock of Annabelle's death consolidated the frustration of that nightmare summer, made of it a permanent obstacle to any further romance throughout the cold year of my youth." From page 14. He could not get past the fact that his lover died, so he now is attracted to his young newfoundness.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me.
The foreword of the novel suggests that 12% of American adult males enjoy yearly, in one way or another, the special experience H.H. describes with such despair. Page 5.
Humbert is standing up for all these men who have performed sexual acts with young girls. He thinks that these men were also captured by the nymphets due to their infinite melancholy, which suggests that these men had lost a young love earlier in their lives.
Humbert is basically explaining that his actions, along with the sexual offenders, are harmless. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the majority of sex offenders that hanker for some throbbing, sweet-moaning, physical but not necessarily coital relationship with a girl child are innoxious, inadequate, passive, timid strangers who merely ask that the community allow them to pursue their practically harmless, so-called aberrant behavior without the police and society cracking down upon them. Page 88.
And the little girl with her seaside limbs and the ardent tongue haunted me ever since, until at last, 24 years later, I broke her spell by incarnating her in another.
Humbert is claiming that there are many men that have infinite melancholy, and all feel that nymphets seduce them and not the other way around. He uses this bold statement to say that the other pedophiles have had a sad sexual experience early in their lives, and the only way to relieve the sadness is to be with a nymphette who resembles their lost love.
Dying, dying, Lolita haze, of hate and remorse I'm dying, and again my hairy fist I raise, and again I hear you crying. Through his own poem on page 256, Humbert is realizing that he isn't really fixing his sadness, but he is really just bringing Lolita down with him. He even admits that a maniac deprived her of her childhood on page 283.
My heart was blinded by you, have kissed your lips and held your head, shared your dreams and shared your bed. I know you well, I know your smell. I've been addicted to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me.